Hey guys, this is PK from AtomicZebra.com, and today we're going to talk about hecklers. Now there's lots of different types of hecklers, and in every situation along the whole trick there will be a heckler for everything. You'll encounter one for every part of the trick. So let's start with the basic, alright? Let's start with the basic heckler. The heckler that is being difficult in picking a card. Why are they difficult? Why does the magician think they are being difficult? Why? Usually it's because you're trying to force a card and that force is not working. Even with even with a pretty safe looking force, you know? Like some hecklers, whatever you do, whether it's a dribble force or whether it's a riffle force, whatever you do, sometimes when you want them to say stop, they're going to go out of their way to say stop in strange locations. So, what do? I think as long as your setup is something that is safe to ribbon spread, I would just do that. Okay? Now, what do I mean by safe for ribbon spreading? Like the force in the Chicago opener is hard to do. You can't spread. You have to force something without spreading. So that's hard, right? So besides that, as long as it's not something like that, then you can just go with this, with just a spread. Because whatever you do, it's not going to be enough for them. So you don't have to get that force, right? That's usually, picking a card is usually the first step in most tricks. So if that's happening to you, just don't force. Just go with another trick. All right? So now what you have is having them picking a card that they're happy with and play on that. After they pick that card, they're like, okay, you sure you want that card? You can change your mind, right? Just keep questioning them. Just make them be part of the act. Okay? No matter how difficult they are, you can use them as part of the act. All right? If you're doing this and they're going out of the way, like just go more, just do that. And it's like, oh, okay, you know what? Like, how about if you pick a free choice from the spread, any card you want, pull it out, leave it there, right? Or you want to change your mind? Yeah, just pull that out, leave it there. All right? Just leave it. Now you don't know, I don't know what that card is. None of us know what that card is, right? Something like that. That means that you are taking control of their heckling. That's very important, right? You don't want to be the underdog in this situation. You want to take control of the situation. So after that spread, say leave it there, and they won't cause a problem with that. Their only problem was with picking a card. So they're not going to be like, no, I'm just going to look at it. They're not going to do that. That does not happen. All right. So take control of the situation, and then you say, just put it there. I'm not touching the card. You're not touching the card. Nobody's touching that card. Let's leave it right there, and nobody knows what that card is. And then you can go on. All right? Or you can say, just leave that card there so everybody knows it was a free choice, and then you can go from there. And then you can say, all right, look at that card, and then you can go from there. Okay? You're taking control of the situation. Don't be flustered from this problem. All right? Here's one thing that I've realized about hecklers. Like in the beginning, for me too, of course, hecklers were really hard to handle. But the more I perform, the more I find that hecklers are actually helping me in managing situations, managing performances, presentations, and I actually have come up with lots of new tricks because of hecklers. Because then I will be staying a step ahead of the hecklers, right? Even if the heckler wants to do something, I already have a trick, a presentation that will refute that, that will defeat the purpose of that, of the heckling. Okay, so it really does help. Getting out, performing more really does help, and you will encounter hecklers, but embrace that. Try to gain control of the situation. Be fair, be nice. Don't get flustered. Don't get angry at the heckler, and you'll find a way out of it. Okay? So don't worry too much. You'll get there. All right. And if you have any questions about hecklers, or if you want me to make more videos about hecklers, which I will, just leave a comment below and subscribe, and maybe we can talk more.